What's up, you guys? Hope y'all having a highly vibrational day, and let's just get straight into the video. This video is about taking a risk and how playing it safe is actually not playing it safe. So if you gain any knowledge out of this video, or you just resonated with the words I spoke on, I'll really appreciate a like. But let's just get straight into it. What do I mean by when you're playing it safe, you actually aren't playing it safe? Well, first off, you got to realize that playing it safe is just allowing the current structure to dictate your decision making, while taking a risk is you taking charge and creating your own structure. You see, that structure that you are creating when you are making that decision isn't solidified enough, and that's why it's called taking a risk. So think of taking a risk like you taking charge of your own situation, you taking the road less traveled. So once you realize this, you also quickly realize that the greatest, most successful people were risk takers. Period, point blank. The greatest, most successful people took risk religiously. See, it's not about taking one or two risks. It's about taking risk religiously, taking risk all the time. Number one, that's the best way to actually have the least risky situation per se. Let's just say you're buying a lottery ticket, right? You buy one lottery ticket and then you don't win. Okay, that's cool. But what if you buy 1,000 lottery tickets? What if you buy 1,000,000 lottery tickets? Now, of course, you could not win 1,000,000. You could not win the lottery 1,000,000 times if you buy 1,000,000 lottery tickets. But my point really is that as you buy more lottery tickets, as you take more risk, there becomes a greater chance of you actually hitting the lottery, or of that risk actually paying off and being beneficial. And this is why taking a risk isn't really taking a risk. And actually, if you think about it, playing it safe is taking a risk, because playing it safe just means that you have faith within the current structure rather than you having faith within your own actions. So it's like a job versus your passion, right? It's like a normal 9-to-5 job versus your passion. Now, you can have faith within this company and you could think, oh, this is nicely structured. But what if the CEO gets into a scandal or something? Now you just lost your job. See, what you did there is you had faith within the job in the current structure rather than your passion. Let's just say you have a passion for dancing or something like that. Instead of you just going after your passion for dancing and you having faith within that, you place your faith within this structure, this job. You don't know that actually you could lose that job whenever. They could one day just be like, oh, you just smell bad. You don't wash up good. So now you fired type stuff. Or they could just be like, I just don't like you. And now you fired. So it just shows that when you play it safe, although you are putting your faith within this structure, it doesn't mean that the structure won't break down and collapse upon you. And that is why taking a risk is actually safer than playing it safe, because now you are putting faith within yourself. Now you have to build the structure. If the foundation is wrong, and if the foundation is shaky, then the foundation is wrong, and the foundation is shaky. If the greatest, most successful people take risk, doesn't that not really make sense? How do you take so many risks, but you become so successful? Well, that is because look around you. Risk shape our entire lives. There was always a first person to do something, correct? There was the first person to make this pencil. There was the first person to make this paper. There was the first person to make these crystals. It's the first person to do everything. I shouldn't disrespect crystals like that, my bad. And with this, there will of course be ridicule. Some people get a little ridicule and they're like, I can't do it. Oh, no. I just got one person say that I can't do it, so now I'm not going to do it. There was ridicule within everything. Every great person, whether it was a prophet, whether it was a genius, whether it was just a smart ass nigga, they always was ridiculed by someone, something, some type of structure. They were always ridiculed by the current structure because at that time, the first person to do it, it was said to be impossible. Think about the person who made the telegraph. Think about the person who made the telephone. That seems crazy. Send sequences and vibrations across the world. Like that's crazy. Think about the internet. Think about all this crazy ass technology that we have today that seems like magic, that seems like pure fiction. Somebody said, hey, I'm gonna make that. And what happened? They were ridiculed. But do you see how that now shapes the world? That is because risk shape the world. People who take risk shape the world, period, point blank. Well, and the reason why these people were ridiculed is because most people don't have faith within themselves. I say this often, we are all reflections of each other. So if you don't have faith in yourself and you see somebody else taking a risk, you're going to ridicule that person for taking that risk because it's really like you ridiculing yourself because you don't have faith in yourself. But then you see another person taking a risk and you're like, dang, how that person taking a risk, but I can't take my risk. So if a naysayer comes, don't listen to them. Just do what now. No, I'm not advocating gambling and I'm not advocating all these things, but a lot of people don't take risk not knowing that actually that is the most optimal thing to create their desired reality. And the best way to minimize risk or to minimize something going wrong within your decision making is to have 100% commitment. 100% faith within yourself. Now, if you take a risk, but it's half-ass, then that's going to create half-ass results. That's going to create a half-ass thing. So if you 100% are committed to this risk, if you 100% say, I'm going to do it, and not only am I going to do it, I'm going to have faith within myself and I'm going to have knowledge within the game as well, because that's another important thing. If you want to minimize the wrong decision happening within your decision making, then you must have knowledge about the current situation. So take risk, y'all. If you want to play it safe, you're actually not playing it safe. You're just having faith within another structure rather than faith within yourself and within the universe as well. So I really hope y'all resonated with the words I spoke on today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please tell me what you thought about the video. Much love to everyone. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.